Orks, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is Challenge the Scorpion, and we're playing across this lava terrain here, another unstable planet. We'll see a battle take place. It'll be Dark Eldar. Matt Saxby is down again, and he's issued a challenge to the Scorpion here, and the Orks have responded. Gutrippa was first in line to accept the challenge. So we're going to see Orks against Dark Eldar. I think, yeah, it's a first time clash on the channel. I've never seen these two factions collide before. It's quite an atmospheric game. So lava breaking out here all across the battlefield, trees long since dead, and then rocks coming up, even the odd volcano appearing as well. And in the centre, an abandoned Imperial position. It looks like they've been ambushed by something. Abandoned weapons in the centre, burning wrecks as well. James isn't here at the moment, so I've borrowed a few of his tanks as props here, and it looks quite nice. They fit in quite well with this terrain. Still smouldering, so it's a fresh ambush happened perhaps just hours ago. I reckon perhaps the Dark Eldar are responsible for it. So Dark Eldar are in the sector. Orks are in the sector as well. It's only a matter of time before these two forces collide. Right, welcome to this 1850 point game, Challenge the Scorpion, Orks against Dark Eldar. So I'm going to run through the Orks here. They've had mixed results so far, but taking on the Dark Eldar this time around, Gutrippa leads the force. He is alive. If you're wondering why there is a question mark over that, and there's two games on the Plus channel where Gutrippa has been fighting, and I don't want to give too much away, but there is doubts as to whether, or there was doubts as to whether he's alive, but he's back here with his trusty squig, as yet unnamed. We will name him during the game. I have a number of options here. The video went out, about 160 replies with different names, so we will name the squig in this game. And then two mechs as HQ choices. They don't use up a slot on the force organisation. I can attach them to a unit somewhere. And then Master Level 2 Weird Boy for the Orks as well. Then on to troops, inside two trucks. Those with reinforced rams for them. Two units of 10 boys, both the same with heavy armour, Knob, Boss Pole and Big Chopper. Then coming across, heavy support, the Gorkanaut there. And inside that will be 5 burners. 2 of them have been swapped over to mechs just to patch up as we go along. 9 Ork bikers with Knob, Boss Pole and Big Chopper for them. And then, as we've called it, the shuttle bus with battle wagon with 2 big shooters on there and reinforced ram for that. And inside there, 3 mega knobs for to be transported by that. And then 10 Storm Boys with Knob, Boss Pole and Big Chopper. 6 killer cans, heavy support, 4 with rocket launchers, and then 2 Grotzukas. And then finally a bit of air support here for the Orks. It is a Blitzer bomber with 2 boom bombs. That's the army for the Orks. Quite numerous number of machines here, but how will they cope against the Dark Eldar and their lance and poison weaponry? We'll have to see.
Right, we've got 5 Scourge with 4 Haywire Blasters here. Then we've got a Void Raven Bomber. There's nothing special with him. We've got a Razor Wing Jet Fighter with Twin Dark Lances. And then for troops, we've got a unit of 5 Carbonite Warriors in a Venom with extra Splinter Cannon. And exactly the same with the next Venom. And then we've got 2 Ravagers with 3 Dark Lances. And then coming down, we've got the Dark Artisan formation from the Coven rulebook, and that's a Talos and a Kronos Pain Engine with a homunculus. And I will quickly say this, that Andrew McCormack gave me his name, and his name will be Aldranax. So thank you very much for him. And then we're going to have 2 more squads of 5 Carbonite Warriors in Venoms with extra cannons. And then we've got the 5 Trueborn with 4 blasters, and they're in a Raider, and the Raider's got a Dark Lance and Night Shields. And then we've got an Archon with a blaster and a Webway portal, and that is it.
Right, if you recognise the colour scheme here, most of the army has been done on commission. I have painted these here for Matt. He's done a lot of them himself as well. The Scourges is done. We went for, instead of the green and blue, we swapped the colour round over to red just to make them have their own distinction. This is a close-up view of the Scourges there. Then coming across, these guys are the blasters and their different heads looking very, very good. Nice theme behind them, and then that Archon to join them. And then coming across here, these strange looking Telos paint engines with the double arms. Matt has actually magnetised those and then doubled up the weapons there, full of tentacles, strange looking things here. The Orks have never seen anything like this in their lives, so they will get close. They're a very inquisitive race, but whether getting close to this kind of stuff, it will be a good idea. We'll have to see. Right, so the Battlemat here that's featured in this game is by gamemat.eu. It's one of the brand new ones that's just come out. There is one similar to this, but it's a different design for the lava kind of style. It's called Fallen Earth. These mats are great here. You're just able to unroll them. They sit nice and flat. It's that kind of stuff that you use for mouse mats. So it's a rubber finish to them with the design printed on top. Nice and bright, the colours that are used. Good designs as well. Nice thickness, so when you're rolling dice, nice and quiet. One of the good advantages. And if a model gets knocked over, if it's fine cast or lead, it doesn't get damaged. So plenty of bonuses for these mats here. And for this custom-made terrain that I have, this mat sort of fits in perfectly. Some stones around the edges really help out to blend the terrain into the mat, and then just some lichen. I actually dyed it black just to match in as well, and then just some accessories here. I've added in a few tanks, and then when you stand back, the whole lot blends in quite nicely. But that's the mat there. It's gamemat.eu. They ship all over the world, and you can check out. There's a whole load of different mats. New ones coming out. Some very exciting releases coming along. But 6x4 here. For this mat, perfect for games of Warhammer 40,000. Right, so the scenario is the scouring. So there's 6 objectives of random values. It's going to be a nice mix up this game. And then Dawn of War deployment. So classic deployment. This end, there's 12 inches in. You can see the line of dice running across here. This is where the Orks will deploy. And then coming across here, Matt's Dark Eldar will deploy at this end of the table. So objectives, we don't know the value of these yet. There is one just here on the extreme left for the Dark Eldar. There's one here by the burning tank. That sort of makes sense that it's been abandoned there. So as this raid took place, the Imperial Guard left these canisters behind. Dark Eldar coming back to check out the contents of them. They've heard that there's something significant inside each. And then across here, there's one right in the middle of the deployment zone for the Dark Eldar, one here again at the root of this old tree, and then coming around, one at the foot of the volcano, and then one in the Ork deployment zone right in the middle, just here. So the weight of the objectives, don't know their value, but the weight of the objectives is around here, so the Orks will have an incentive to advance and try and smash all before them if they can survive the poisoned firepower that will come their way. But we'll let Matt deploy first here, and then he can choose to go first or second. Right, so deployment here for both sides. Just run through the Orks here first of all. Anchoring the left-hand side is the killer cans, and then coming across the main part of the Ork force here. The 2 trucks parked at angles here. Ork boys inside one, Ork boys inside the other, but they've been joined by the weird boy. He's rolled up powers here, Warpath and Power Vomit. So the unstable planet is making him feel queasy, and he's going to bring up the contents of his guts onto the Dark Eldar, hopefully. Then the battle wagon here, Gutrippa's joined them, and 2 mechs as well have joined the Meganobs unit. Stormboy's just behind the Gorkanaut here, ready to move up, and then anchoring the right-hand side is the Ork bikers. Right, just a slight modification. I've just shifted the Ork bikers over a little bit, just at the end of our deployment there, just so they're within range of Gutrippa's morale bonus. Then in reserve for the Orks, the Blitzer Bombers planning to come on from reserve, and then Gutrippa has joined the Meganobs there along with the mechs. These guys are in the burners are inside the Gorkanaut, and then the boys are ready inside their trucks, stamping their feet and ready to leap out. Right, so Dark Eldar here, they've spread across. Matt deployed first. The Venom here in this far corner, just lining up. The idea here, had some experience of Dark Eldar already, playing against Lawrence. Similar style here from Matt. Venom's at range, ready to pour down poison firepower from a distance. Another Venom just here. Scourges this time, they're just hiding near this big tree like bats hanging from the branches. And then one Ravager anchoring the back, a second Ravager, and then two more Venoms just in between them. Then the two flyers will fly on from reserve, the Void Raven and the Razor Wing. Deep striking here has the webway portal, so these will land somewhere. These guys are all in their transports, and then this formation will be deep striking as well. Fascinating stuff. Interesting to see where Matt decides to put them down. Right, we've rolled up the values of the objectives here. This one on the Orc right flank is worth 2 points, not too bad. The one at the back for the Orcs, the one in their deployment zone, is worth 1 victory point. So not much incentive for them to hang back. 4 points for this one. Crucial victory points here by this burning wreck. And then coming across, 2 points for this one on the flank. And then the other two, the one here at the foot of the tree, and then the other just here, both are worth 3 victory points. So the value is around this zone here. The Orcs have a massive incentive to advance. They've got to try and advance and survive against the Dark Eldar. So Dark Eldar semi-defensive, but they will move and flow around the table, no doubt. And they have the speed to close in on any objectives that they wish. So we're going to the first turn of the game coming up next. Right, so it isn't night fighting here. So it's the middle of the daytime, if there is daytime here on this planet. And then we'll try and seize initiative. Needing a 6, a 3 we don't. So it will be Dark Eldar turn 1. The Orcs brace themselves for this strange firepower that will come their way. Just on movement here for Dark Eldar. Matt's deciding where to go. Turn 1's quite important for Dark Eldar with the amount of firepower that they can put out. The mats are nice. They do help out again with the theme. You put a mat down and immediately you've got the colour scheme for the game. So they're very, very helpful in generating a nice strong theme for a game here. It means you can have this, the same army, but if you change the landscape, it just makes things so much more interesting. This map just ties in nicely with this lava terrain that I already have. Right, so movement is done here for the Dark Eldar. It looks like Matt's pulling in with some of his wider units. So Venom moving across, other Venom here with a gap to fire through. 2 Ravagers ready to fire through as well, and then 2 Venoms on this flank. And then we saw the Scourgers jumping over, and right in the centre here by the burning wreck, just there, ready to fire one of the Ork targets just ahead. So we're going to go on to shooting phase now for the Dark Eldar on turn 1. Right, so just about all 4 Scourges in, and he's targeting the truck here. So little do the Ork boys know, they're about to be haywired. That's the plan. So freeze for hits here. It's the opening salvo from the Dark Eldar. It's a unit that I'm interested in taking as well, so we'll see how well he does. He's freeze for hits. Ugh, no.
Okay.
So we want to double one out of this, otherwise it's first blood and a truck electrocuted. Oh, no, he's done well, done very well, and no cover. So well placed there. First blood and a truck popped open by Haywire Blasters. A good start. Right, so shooting for the Dark Eldar, it's been pretty good. Venom's firing across here. A number of Orks, 5 bikers killed. I've actually got morale to do for them. Let's roll up now. Double 6 again. That's the second set of double 6 I've rolled for morale. A re-roll because of Gutrippa. 9 is a failure, so we're going to have to roll on our chart now. Right, so 2 result there. Breaking heads and no wounds given out. So they're still in good order here, thanks to not bossing the boys on the bikes around. Then down here, Matt has actually targeted the 2 trucks and has destroyed them with Ravager firepower coming through, and Scourges as well, getting the hits as we saw. No explode results, just the Ork boys getting out here within 3 inches in front of both, and then Venom fire coming through that gap and bringing down 5 Ork boys. They passing morale as well. I'm not sure we've done that one yet. Okay, they have. They passed morale. So selective targeting here from the Dark Eldar. They are a wise bunch. The Orks haven't a clue what is going on. They've barely started and they're being shot at already. Right, so that is the end of the turn. No more flat outs to do. He did 1 flat out over there with the Venom, just bringing it closer into the centre. So Dark Eldar are there. The Orks are here. There's some distance for them to cover. This will be tough for the Orks. They've got to get up the table, and they're under horrendous firepower at the moment, just as the game begins. So we're going to go on to Ork turn 1. We'll see what they can do. Right, so Ork movement on turn 1 for them. We're just going to have to surge ahead and push as far forwards as we can. Bikers swinging around 12 inches there. Then the Gorkanaut shifting along 5 inches. He had to squeeze between the burning wrecks that were there to protect him and have actually hindered him, but only by an inch. The boys here moving forwards, just 5 of them left. The Weird Boy and his squad moving out at full strength. And then jumping in between the gap, the Storm boys have moved ahead there. And then we were going to go around this way, but we've just powered through with our reinforced ram here with the battle wagon heading off in this direction. So covering some ground, but still we're going to have to experience another round of firepower from these Dark Eldar. Killer cannons moving across up through the gap here on the left hand side. So we're going to Ork psychic phase. I think we will... No, there might be something for us to do. we'll roll up here for the weird boy. Right, so psychic phase done. The weird boy here manifested frazzle and frazzled one of the scourges there, but we overheated, took a wound, result of a 4 on a perils. So that's the psychic phase done. A slightly frazzled weird boy and one very frazzled scourge. So we'll go on to shooting phase now for the Orks on turn 1. Right, so shooting for the Orks, a fair amount of run moves taking place here. The boys with the weird boy running 6, so they're past the halfway point on the table. This squad moving 3 inches, turbo boosting with the bikes, so closing the range. But remember, there's that firepower still to come. The Storm boys moving up 3 inches for them as well. We're about to fire with the Gorkanaut. That's going to be the last part of the shooting. Then the Killicans, they fired. Just the Grotzukas didn't need the missiles in the end. They wiped out the Scourges just ahead. We're actually going to move the battle wagon or the shuttle bus. Going to go flat out here. Just don't roll a double 1. 5 and a 6, that's fine. We'll move an extra 6 inches with that. Right, so that's his movement done. Orks moving pretty quick, but it's costing them a lot to cover the ground. But Gorkanaut now, we've elected to fire at the Ravager just there. There's a 5+ cover save, so Matt is not going to jink. So we will make a start with the 2 missiles on top. 5s and 6s, just 2 shots. They've failed miserably. And then just as the Gorkanaut went to fire there, the planet destabilised. There's a slight tremor, putting the usually excellent shooting from them. Maybe not. The big shooters will do next. They're just about in range. 6 shots of them. 5s for hits, just the 1. Twin linked though. And incredible rolling there. 4 6s and a 5. But 6s for glances with that armour 11. And nothing. All bouncing off. And now the Deathstorm Mega Shooter is going to fire here. Right, heavy 3d6, so we're on, see how many shots we get. Okay, not too bad, 11. 6, 10, and 11. We reckon we want about 5 hits here from this. It's quite a lot to ask for. But we get more than what we've asked for here. It's Christmas time for the Orks. 5s and 6s, we've got to repeat the same kind of quality roll, and we don't. Not a single result there for the Orks. So Matt didn't jink, and that option has paid off for him here. That marks the end of the Ork turn. There's no assaults. We're not close enough yet, so we will hand over next to the Dark Eldar. Another round of shooting will come from them. Right, so movement for the Dark Eldar on turn 2. The unit with the blasters has landed here with the Archon inside. Deep striking webway portal, no scatter. So he's landed exactly where he wants with that unit there. Razorwing has turned up as well, flying on. Void Raven's not coming on yet. 2 Venoms shifting here, looking up that gap to fire at the green skin, the soft flesh there of the Orks. Then right at the back line here with the 2 Ravagers to lay down some more firepower, and then the 2 Venoms on the left hand side to lay down that poison weaponry from them as well. So expect a hail of shooting to come through at the Orks. We've got a bad feeling about this, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to go on to the shooting phase now for the Dark Eldar on turn 2. And in fact, there's something else that's happened as well. The Homunculi and the 2 Talos have landed exactly where I wanted to as well. Webway portal for them, and they're going to let off some kind of strange template weapon across the Orc boys there as well. Right, so I'm shooting here for the Dark Eldar. 2 killer cans destroyed. That was fire from the Raider here, the Archon, and then the blaster unit inside. 2 of them brought down, failing our cover saves just there. Next up, Razorwing will shoot at the Orc battle wagon with no cover, I don't think. So 2 shots. He gets 2 hits. Okay.
Side armor?
Side armor 12, so he's strength 8. Nothing. Okay, not quite enough to punch through there, thankfully. Still a host more shooting to come from this part of the Dark Eldar battle line. Right, 1 hull point dealt out there. Matt firing 2 monocyte missiles and got that 6 for a glancing hit, so well done there. The Ravagers is going to fire next. Both of them will fire at the Gorkanaut. I hope we survive. 5+ cover we'll get. It's about our only protection at the moment, plus the armour. So the first one, which one left? Or
do the one on the right.
That one there. Okay. 3s. Very good marksmanship.
1 glance, 1 pen.
Okay. We'll try and save the glance. We don't. And save the pen. We do. 1 hull point taken. Next one. 2 hits this time.
Nothing.
We failed. The Gorkanauts come off very lightly from that firepower coming through. So, still 4 Venoms worth of poisoned fire to be unleashed. And then this formation down here to fire as well. Right, shooting phase done. It has been pretty good. The bikers are gone. That was firepower from the passengers, and the Venoms having to fire all of their weapons, but managed to get rid of them in the end. The Ravagers we saw fire just a hull point there on the Gorkanaut, and then liquefy guns firing through, reducing this boys' squad down. I have to do morale for them actually, haven't done it yet. So they are on, they'll not pass on an 11. Gutrippa shouts from the window. They don't hear it. So a roll on our result here, a 2, is D6 hits. So the Orc Knob has bashed the 2 remaining boys on the head and hasn't wounded them. So their skull's thicker than something else. So, oh god. So that's that. They've passed. A Storm Boy is going to have to take morale as well. They've been poisoned here. They failed. A reroll because I got Ripper shouting. They don't hear him either. Breaking Head's result is a 5, not very good. Reroll for the boss pole. Still a 5, not very good at all. Right, so yeah, they've failed there and fallen back 11 inches. The rest of the firepower, we saw a glancing hit down. That was 5 from the monocyte missile firing down. 2 of the killer cannons destroyed. That was 5 from this ambush from behind. So the Orcs have been battered about, there's no doubt about that. They've still got some fighting power left, but boy, are they under some firepower, under pressure, yes, and under siege for the third under. So we'll go on to the second turn for the Orcs. It feels like turn 6, just by the way the Orc army looks at the moment, but it's actually turn 2 for them coming up. We'll see what they can do. There's still some fight left in them. Gutrippa shouting, stamping his feet, punching Orc boys as he's inside his battle wagon there, getting frustrated. He demands to be let out. The driver's selected 5th gear and will accelerate towards the Dark Eldar here, see what they can do. Turn 2 coming up for the Orcs next. Oh, and to make it worse, the Squigger's just been sick inside the battle wagon, and as it moves around, the liquid is swirling inside. The smell is unbearable, so the Gutrippa and his crew must get out this turn. Movement for the Orks here. We're at a stretch. Some casualties been taken, but we're on the move. Declared the war, and on the move here. So Killer Can's moving 6 inches. Gonna try and fire through the wreck, perhaps at the Venoms. The Blitzer bomb has turned up, dropped a bomb. We're saying that you do get jink from that. It's a shooting attack, and Matt there has passed his cover save. Sadly, so that's one bomb used up. Moved here with the battle wagon, disembarked 6 with the mega knobs. We'll be able to run this turn and potentially charge. And then here, the weird boy and his depleted squad moving up as well. An extreme distance here between us and the Venoms. We're going to try and move up with those Ork boys, try and get an incredible roll with a run, and an incredible roll to charge. And then the Gorkanaut closing in on the Talos just there. We did rally with the Storm boys, but they're out of the picture at the moment. So all Ork units are on the table. Gutrippa has remained inside the battle wagon just here, not committing himself just yet. So we're going to the psychic phase next for the Orks on turn 2. Right, psychic phase done. Tried to do a number of things, but failed here with the weird boy. Power vomit successful. Successfully went off against the monstrous creatures here, the Talos, but failed to wound. And then Warpath we gave to the Meganobs, but Matt has blocked that. So that's the end of the psychic phase. On to shooting now for the Orks on turn 2. Right, so shooting for the Orks here. There's been a number of interesting events that have taken place. One wound dealt out here, that was the Gorkanaut firing at the Talos. We ran 2 inches here, so miles away from the Dark Eldar there. Decided to run with the Killer Cans, just couldn't get a line of sight there to the Venoms just ahead. Stayed where we were and fired the 2 big shooters there, no damage. The Venoms, one of the Venoms that we shot at, but shooting here with the Blitzer bomber has destroyed the Venom just here, and then rolling a 5 for run move here with the Mega Knobs, and then a 6 with this Ork boy knob with the Weird boy has given them a chance of reaching these 2 Ravagers in close combat. And we're just saying what a distance they've covered on foot, have gone all the way across the table to here by turn 2. So quite impressive from them. But is it going to be enough? Orks really under pressure at the moment. We're going to go into the assault phase next. We'll see if those 2 combats go ahead. The Orks have some chance if they can destroy those 2 Ravagers there and get into combat here and do some damage. Then the Orks have some chance, but still disadvantage with them at the moment, and the Dark Eldar really controlling the game. But we'll go on to assaults next for the Orks on turn 2. Right, so assaults here. The Orc boys failed to make it in, and Matt overwatched against them, liquefying a number of them, so they're stranded there. Gorkanaut has made it into combat though, he's charged in, which is good news. And then coming around here, good news as well for the Orcs. They're on the back foot here, but they have made it all the way across the table on foot. This unit here and then the disembarked unit have made it into combat as well. That run move, 2 significant rolls, have helped the Orcs get into combat against the Ravagers. So we'll resolve these combats here for the Orcs now. Right, so we're going to do this combat here, just with the formation. He's on +1 initiative and weapon skill. So the Talos first will need a 3 to hit, and Matt's going to do a smash attack. He does hit. Strength 7 plus 2d6, is it? Or double the strength? Strength 10. Oh, so Armor Bane. Uh-oh. So you can roll that up now.
2 dice for Armor Bane?
Yes, yeah. 2d6. It's gone through. It's AP2. So don't get a 5 is that's immobilized actually. No, weapon destroyed. Weapon destroyed. Right, so weapon destroyed rolled the result here, and on a 5 he destroyed the claw, and that's what he's rolled. So the claw's been taken out. With his initiative going first, we're not going to get to use it. What tragedy. So Matt's chuckling here. So keeping the atmosphere light here. trying to.
With Dark Eldar.
So yes, it's a sick sense of humour that they have. They laugh at the downfall of others. And a whole point here we've got to put on. Yep. So next is the Kronos. He'll need a 4 to hit with his smash attack. Smash attack's not bad with the 2 monstrous creatures. We just want to get a hit here. Strength 10. Another one's going to come through. What's he going to do next? Smashed through the armour. Do not roll a 6. A 3 becomes a 4. Okay, not as bad, but another whole point knocked up. Right, so fighting back here. I lose an attack here for that stunned result. So we're on 4 attacks there. We're strength 8, forced to hit, but we're no longer that AP1 thanks to the claw being destroyed. So we just get 1 hit. We'll target the Kronos, the Talos, sorry. And 6 is a wound, but it's going to be a normal 3+ save here, which he passes with ease. So it's gone very, very well, this combat here. It will continue locking each other in mortal combat here. Bizarre melee taking place, monstrous creatures smashing through the hull of the Orcs. And you can imagine the mechs just behind patching up with pieces of steel the holes that are rapidly coming through. There's Gorkanaut, tentacles and strange tongues letting off liquefying fluids. Right, so combat's resolved there. Just at the top of the table, the Orcs have nice and neatly done their job, destroying one here on the left with the Mega Knobs, and then wrecking the other Ravager. So that's a turn up for the Orcs. It's not too bad. There's a Burning Venom there as well. But sad here, the Gorkanaut had its arm ripped off, and then now the Talos and Kronos injecting strange things into the hull as well. But the mechs will be busy. We'll see if that Gorkanaut can stay alive and just pin down that nasty unit as best as it can. So we're going to hand over to the Dark Eldar now on turn 3 for them. The Orcs have made a slight comeback, but is it enough? You're feeling a bit exhausted at the moment with those shots coming down. It really does weary a force down with so many shots coming through. But anti-tank capability has suffered a little bit for the Dark Eldar, the loss of the 2 Ravagers. Still some anti-tank though with the Fly to come on, and the Razor Wing that is already on. And then the Raider here as well with the Trueborn can still contribute to anti-tank. So it's not over yet for either side, but Dark Eldar, we reckon, still have the advantage at this stage. So we're going to go on to turn 3 for the Dark Eldar next. Right, so it's turn 3. Matt here on the move. It's a difficult one here. Orcs have got a real task ahead of them. Matt's going to think carefully about what he can do here with his forces. Nice backdrop for this game. Fascinated by this melee taking place here between the Gorkanaut and the Talos and Kronos. Really interesting lineup, that one there. He's got a Void Raven to come on. He's just thinking out where he's going to bring that on. A bit more fire support. Do regret painting these for him now. to have them used against you in anger and spite.
Not really.
They are a spiteful race, definitely. The Dark Eldar, no mercy shown from them. Very cruel and unforgiving. And the Orks are suffering at their hands here in this game. But we'll keep fighting on. The aim is to try and cut down on anti-tank capability. The advantage here of the Orks is the vehicles, perhaps. But we've got to see if we can keep them alive. This isn't fair. He's going to drop a bomb here. The void mine. Oh no, I forgot about that.
It usually scatters when I do it.
Good. We hope it does again. We'll resolve this now in the movement phase. A void mine is about to be dropped on the Mega Knobs. Tragic. Yes, yes, okay. Let him roll here on camera. Duh. He's got a hit. I think that's going to catch all of them. Small blast, but...
Is it large?
Right, so all 5 covered. We're looking at instant death. We're hoping for some ones. It's got to be ones in here.
There's not going to be ones, don't be like that.
There's ones or we're dead. It's as simple as that. A double 1. Right, okay. We'll remove some figures here, but that's not as bad as it could have been. Right, so we've removed the 2 mechs. I'm glad they were out with that unit. They've absorbed 2 instant death hits, and then 1 Mega Knob had to go, but 2 left. At least it could have been a lot worse than that. But that was a sneaky move there from the Dark Eldar. Good tactica from the Void Raven. Right, it's just finishing up movement here for the Dark Eldar. Matt just moving his Razor Wing along the table. So 1 Venom moving off in this direction here. Just see it in the gap there. We saw the Void Raven turning up, dropping the bomb on the Mega Knobs, and then I reckon he's going to shoot at the flyer. Perhaps moving up here to close the range of his weaponry there for the Raider and the trooper on his side. Shifting out to the right hand side here with the Venom and the squad. And the continuing melee just there, and then coming around the other side, another Venom with its crew just here, looking up in this direction. So still plenty of targets for the Dark Eldar to shoot at, and they can still be very effective. We'll see what they can do. Going to go on to their shooting phase now, coming up on turn 3. Right, Void Raven's going to let off 2 shots at the bomber. Right, so firing with the Void Raven here, we will jink. So 2 shots, the dreaded Void Mine Lancers here.
Void Lance, yeah.
2 hits. Strength 9, armor 10.
Oh!
A double 1. We've still got to try and jink these, or it's 2 hull points knocked down. We fouled both, so that flyer is in trouble there, but it's still alive. He's allowed to fire 1 Lancer, just sort of in angle of the battle wagon. So 1 shot, 1 or 2 would be helpful. A 2, helpful indeed. Okay. So the truck then, or the battle wagon, should be safe this turn. I'm hoping this is a surprise somewhere. But still got more shooting to do. Got this one as well. We'll resolve the rest of the shooting here now for the Dark Eldar. Right, so shooting phase 4, the Dark Eldar on turn 3. Another killer can destroyed here. That was fire from the crew inside the raid along with the Archon, and we fouled our cowardly grots, so the snap fire only from those. Frustrating for the killer cans being picked off here. 2 hull points we saw lost on the fly. That was the Void Raven firing. No damage done on the battle wagon. 1 wound dealt out on the Mega Knobs. That was fire from the Venom just over there. And then the boys here wiped out by the squad inside the Venom doing 3 wounds, but we passing all 3 saves, but it wasn't enough. We died anyway, the squad shooting from inside, and then the other squad on foot has moved across and ran 5 inches. Going flat out here with the Venom, and before you say that was a bad move, Matt forgot, or not forgot, but he didn't see the sneaky Storm Boys here, which will be allowed to move out and charge on this next turn. So that is shooting done. It's been pretty good from the Dark Eldar, but the Orks are still on the table. They're still fighting, and they'll keep going, although still under pressure. And they are probably losing at this stage, but we'll see. We'll get this combat resolved here. The Gorkanaut has to survive this attack in the combat phase. So it's exactly the same as last time for Matt here. So the Talos first will need a 3 to hit with a smash attack. Hope he fails. No, he gets his hit. Strength. So we'll see what he gets now. Penetrates, well done. And he can just roll his result. If he gets a 6, a 2 becomes a 3. So I've lost an attack there this turn, and I've lost a hull point, 2 hull points left. The next smash attack needs a 4 to hit from the pain engine, and fails this time. Okay, so we do survive. Well, now we fight back with 4 attacks. We'll take away 1. Then we'll gain D3 for Rampage. We get 2 back, so 5 attacks. We're only going to be Strength 8 and AP this time. We'll fight against the Talos. We do get 4 hits. We do get 3 wounds. He should be alright. It's regular armor save of 3+, followed by Feel No Pain. Glorious. Passing all 3 of those. Well done. But the melee continues, the Gorkanaut survives, so not too bad for the Orks. If that detonated, then surely the game would be lost for them. So we're going to go on to the third turn for the Orks. You know, Orks perhaps sitting around the high point objectives, but at turn 3, if you've got to endure a long time to get past that and survive. So tactically in the right place, but time-wise it's with the Dark Eldar at the moment. But we'll see what the Orks can do. We're going to go on to their turn 3. They're going to need a good turn to try and recover this game. Right, so the Orks have been moving here. It's tight. It's going to be a tight turn for the Orks. We're sensing it's a bit of tenseness. Well, it's been tense from the start here. It seems to be a common occurrence when playing against Dark Eldar. All humour has evaporated. Right, so semi-optimistic would describe the Orks at the moment. Moving out here with the Storm Boy's potential to try and destroy that venom there, but still it's not guaranteed with that 5+ invuln. The Ork boys moving across, they're going to need 9 inches to reach the Dark Eldar warriors. Then the Weird Boy has decided he doesn't want to go over here. He's going to join the Mega Knobs. A bit of wisdom from him. And then shifting off in this direction to try and join the ongoing combat. Mech's busily inside patching up, see if they can get that claw working in the shooting phase. And then the truck just spin around. The Gutrippa is still inside, just barking out orders from the different windows. Coordinating the battle from his shuttle bus command bunker/wagon. Then the 3 killer cans just moving across as far as they can in this direction. Snapfire only from them. And that is it. So shooting phase, no, psychic phase coming up now for the Orks. See if the Weird Boy can do anything to help out. Right, so psychic phase is done. We did so well on cast Frazzle. We're going to try and frazzle the squad there and the venom. We got passed it on 2 with 5 dice. Matthew got 2 6s, so he stopped it, much to the frustration of the Weird Boy. So then we've cast Warpath and got that one, and that is on the Mega Knobs and the unit just there. So if they get the charge off, they'll have an extra attack. 5 attacks each actually on the charge. So that psychic phase done, not too eventful. Still waiting to throw up here with the... Has he thrown up yet? Been sick?
It's not been sick yet.
No, not yet. Okay. The longer you wait, the worse it will be. We'll go on to shooting phase now for the Orks. Right, shooting phase done. Nothing really significant here. We've said we're not sure whether the mechs... It's a question here. Leave it in the comments section. We're not sure. We're having this discussion. There's 2 mechs inside there. They're not locked in combat, but their walker transport is. Can they still do repairs? We don't know the answer to that question. It's a difficult one. Leave comments in the section below the video. But carrying on here, just shooting with the pistols, no damage done on the venom. And then we fired up here with 2 rocket launchers up at the Void Raven. Matt jinked, didn't need it in the end. No. Oh, yes, he did. He did, yes. No, he passed a jink there. We did get a hit on a 6. They're firing here. 2 big shooters, 6 shots thrown across, forced a jink from the Venom just here. Good news for the Orks. Didn't get any hits actually, but that is it. Still no response to this thing here. Difficult one to get rid of for the Orks. We're going to assaults now. Can the killer cans make it into contact with the ongoing melee and save the Gorkanaut? And then we should have a melee here, but can they destroy that Venom? We'll have to see. And an extreme charge at this end of the table. If the Orks can pull 3 of these off and do well, they may even the game up, potentially. We'll have to see. The game's still on. Both in agreement, I think the game is still on. So, assault phase coming up. Crucial for the Orks. Start cheering now, everybody. For the Orks. Or boo, if you're Dark Eldar, of course. Yeah, Matt started off the booing.
Yeah, or Snapfire.
Okay,
Or
we're
Overwatch.
Snapfire Overwatch. We're going to try and reach. We've measured it's 9 inches they need. They'll start off with a good roll. 11 Orks here. The poisoned rounds are having an opposite effect on the Orks. They've been hit by steroid rounds. Oh, it's the wrong choice of ammunition. The Orks are going mental. It's speeding them up. But at the end of the game, they will burn out and die. So heart rate at double rate here. And they're flying around the table. Oh dear. Dark Eldar poison rounds gives you wings. Yeah, we could turn it into a drink actually. You could call it Red Squig. That'd be good. It's got 2 hits here on Snapfire. 1 wound. An Ork boy could be brought down. No, armour save. The shot bounces off the heavy armour. Well done, lads. We can shift those boys in. We do have 1 melee going ahead here. Very good result there for the Orks. Crucial. There's a couple of times in this game they've needed excellent dice rolling. A couple of times the Orks have pulled it off. There's one example there. Wait, what turn is it? Turn 3?
This is turn 3.
This is turn 3. Now, where did that Ork boy squad start? There.
There, yeah.
And by the 3rd turn, they have ended up there. Just the speed that they've zipped around the table.
8 for the terrain.
8 for the terrain, yeah. Okay. Gonna need a good roll here again. We do get here we go. So 8 is what we needed. 8 is what we got. Mega Knobs and the Weird Boy have piled into the combat here as well. Now, we're not going to celebrate yet because they're monstrous creatures here that can hit back with some nasty hits. But in the Orks go. And in the last one, this one's a safe roll to reach into combat. We'll just roll it here. 5 is great. So we have 3 combats we wanted. 3 combats we've got here. We'll resolve these now. Just resolving the crew inside, actually, they are allowed to snapfire. A nice lot of shots from them with a triple hit. He could, well, he won't wipe them out with the knob there, but will require some saves. That's significant. A triple fail, so 2 Storm Boys gone and the knob wounded almost unto death. So very, very, very good snapfire. But a crazed Ork knob charging in here with a big chopper might be able to make short work of the Venom. Just resolve lookout, sirs, there. The knob's taken a hit, so one of the boys, or Storm Boys, is back. But we'll resolve these combats now. Let's maybe start with this one. Right, so Ork knob first. Needing freeze to hit. Ah, crazy stuff here. Strength 7 on the charge. A triple pen. That to save. With a flicker field save. He'll get Invan. Has failed all of them, so it is dead. Explode result. Maybe. We'll roll these 3. We do get it open topped, so it does blow up. 5 guys inside. Freeze to wound. 2 saves. To make.
5 up.
Yeah.
1 and Fiona Pain.
Yes. He passes it. That total cheese there. We're caught in the blast. We're wounded twice. Now do not fail these. They're dead. So, yeah. So in the back blast there, they must have ruptured a fuel tank. The Storm Boys are caught in the blast and torn to pieces. Bizarre stuff here. Dark Eldar cackle and laugh at the downfall of the Storm Boys. We're just rolling up this combat here. Fear test required, and look at the roll. A 1 and a 2. So you might see a research here from the Orks, perhaps. We're just figuring it out here, this combat. It's quite technical. The Mega Knob Ork knob has challenged the homunculus. And Matthew's just thinking about whether to accept the challenge or not. He'll decline. All right, he slinks to the back, the skinny, sweaty, little strange skin-clad, poisonous wretch pulls back out of the way. I think that's an accurate description. So the Orks can fight on here, and we'll go last here. So in the order, this one's in base contact with the walker. So he'll strike first, doing a smash attack. At a 3. Yes. 1 or 2 give us a breathing space. No, it doesn't. He's got his hit. He should glide through the armour. Yes, he does. And then a result of a 6 will blow the whole thing up. No. Gorkanaut is gone. The 5 guys inside will be forced to wound.
4 guys.
5 guys, yeah. Forced to wound. 2. 2 saves of 6+. Failed both. We'll probably lose the... Well... Okay. Difficult. Right, so... not pinned. Lost 2. We've lost the 2 mechs. Yes. So 3 burners left. They'll probably be killed. So then we've done the Kronos. Now we're on the pain engine. No, we're on the Kronos now. We've done the Telos on the Kronos. The Kronos can fight the Meganobs. Just don't bring them down. It's weapon skill 4. 4's to hit with 4 attacks, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. 2 hits. That's all he needs. 2's to kill them. Ah, this is not good.
No, he's only strength 5. The Kronos.
Is he? 3s, 1s and 2s will help the Orks out. Just killed 1. Now, right, I've taken a hit on the weird boy. He's dead. So the weird boy's gone. That just leaves the 2 Meganobs left. With Warpath, they'll be on 10 attacks. I hope we do some damage. It's really game changing here. We've got to do significant damage. 4s for hits. Alright, it's bang on average. Strength 9, so we'll be on 2s to wound here. Okay, can't complain too much. Some feel no pains though, and he's going to get full effect feel no pain at 4+.
4+ and re-rolling 1s.
And re-rolling 1s. It passed 2.
Take 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Right, that's gone very badly for the Orks. We thought we were on the resurge. I think that game-wise, that may have sealed it for them. Very, very significant to lose the Gorkanaut. Big trouble. Weird boy gone as well. Right, so here, Orks will go last. To let the Dark Eldar fight first. Tough task for them. They'll be hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. And just 1 attack each, and then he'll get a few extra attacks for the leader. So he wants 4s. It's very good. Good dice roll in this game from the Dark Eldar. 5s for wounds. Something's got to go well for us. 2 wounds. I'll put 1 on the knob, which he passes, and the other guy passes. Right, good. So we've got Orc knob here, and then Orc boys. So do Orc boys. Not bad. Average. 3s to wound with them. Yeah, 2 wounds.
What's your AP?
AP nothing, this is just choppers.
5s.
There's a cocked dice there, yeah. Which does it. None 2 dead, good. And now, some instant death. Big chopper. Quadruple hit! Take him off! Big chopper. That was a good moment there for the Orks. Pretty good. Okay, that marks the end of the turn. We'll consolidate with them. So, Orks are not too bad. It hasn't been a slaughter, but they're still behind here, I reckon. I'm going to go on to the 4th turn for the Dark Eldar. Chance them here to perhaps decapitate the Orc force as the numbers shrink smaller and smaller. So, turn 4 coming up next for the Dark Eldar. Right, so movement phase here for the Dark Eldar on turn 4. Just shifting around with this venom. Looking to poison the boys. I think melee continuing here in amongst the smoke between the strange Dark Eldar monstrosities and the Meganobs. Just spreading out here with these few Carbonite warriors, moving off in this direction with the Void Raven, and then moving up ahead here with the Archon and his unit inside the Raider, backing off with the Venom here on Snapfire, and then coming around, moving off this way with the Razor Wing, and if it unloads its missiles, those Orc boys are surely no more. But not many units really left on the table. Both armies been thinned out pretty well. Orcs sort of in the centre here in this arena of death, and then the Dark Eldar still skirting around the edges. So we're going to go on to shooting phase now for the Dark Eldar on turn 4. So shooting results here. Another killer cam brought down. That was fire from here. They've been harassed by that unit this game. Another whole point for them as well. Burner Boy's gone. That was fire from this squad, and then the Venom finishing them off, and then the Boy is gone. That was fire from the Razor Wing firing down. So effective turn from the Dark Eldar. Well done to them. We should see a wipeout here in combat as well, unless there's some terrible dice rolling. So Orcs now in big trouble. We'll roll up our Cowardly Grots result as well. Passed this time, so they're a bit happier for some reason, even though there's less of them. But we're going to assaults now, or combats. There's no other assaults, no, just the ongoing combat here. The monstrous creatures to finish off the Meganobs. So just rolling up here. 2 hits will be enough. 2's them. We'll kill them. Yes, gone. Meganobs no more. Very quickly dispatched by the Dark Eldar just there. And if you think that Gutrippa is going to charge into that lot, you've got another thing coming. He's not going to go in amongst that. He doesn't fight against strange stuff. Right, it's not looking very healthy for the Orcs. We'll keep going and try just to keep going here. This turn 4 for the Orcs coming up, desperate stuff. We'll see what Gutrippa can do. He's running out of options here. The shouts that he's making from inside his command vehicle, there's no response to them. In fact, there's no. It's just him, the driver of the battle wagon, and 2 grots inside killer cans left.
Or drinking red squig.
So yeah, and the squig. Now we haven't named him yet. We were going to name him when this Gutrippa and the squig got out, but I don't know if that's even going to happen here. He's on the radio at the moment, calling in and speaking to the Blitzer bomber pilot. So we'll go on to the next turn for the Orcs. We'll see what happens here for them.
Usually gets wrecked.
Yeah. Right, so movement phase here for the Orcs, not much to do really. The 2 killer cans moving through this gap to try and fire at the Venom just over there. Gutrippa staying inside. I think trying to keep alive is the aim of the game with him now. Moving across 12, might snap fire up at the flyer. And then we tried to execute a bombing run successfully, but passing a jink with the Raider just there. And then lining up to shoot at the Venom. So we're going to shooting phase now for the Orcs. A little bit to do. We'll roll up one here. We'll shoot at the Venom. It will jink. 5s for hits. Failed. Reroll for twin linked. Failed. Oh dear. Okay. 1 missile shot can fire across. Needing 4s here with a better ballistic skill. A 1 is a fail. And then we'll snap everything at the flyer there, needing 6s. So we drop to dice, so we'll just reroll this one. Failed. So, has anything been successful for the Orcs? No. So that's the end of the turn. Might have a little bit of movement here, perhaps we might go... Oh no, we can't go flat out. Or at full speed with the tank, so I reckon we're done. Yes, so end of turn 4 for the Orcs. Not looking good. We'll roll on to Dark Eldar turn 5 now. Chance for them to sit on some objectives, knock up some points, and then see this game out. Right, so moving for the Dark Eldar here. Moving into claim objectives, the Warriors moving up here. And here, I think disembarking from this transport, which is pulled back. You can still support from long range. The Kronos Telos combination moving out, chasing the killer cans. Oh dear. And then coming around here, the Raider closing in as well. This is sick stuff we're seeing here. Grizzly. The Void Raven coming on. And then the Venom shifting up as well here. So it is survival. We want Gutrippa to survive. I think Matt wants Gutrippa to survive. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Right, okay. So it is survival. Can Gutrippa survive? The Dark Eldar want to prise open the transport and then unleash a load of shooting. We don't want that to happen here. So we'll go on to the shooting phase now for the Dark Eldar on turn 5. Right, so shooting phase done. There's a lot of smoke on this table. There really is smoke everywhere. Shooting phase, another killer can killed. 3 hard points left. Oh, 3 hard points taken off. That was fire from the Void Raven, the blasters here as well, but not enough to blow open the transport. So Gutrippa has survived, thankfully. Matt frustrated over that. So 1 Gutrippa, and then the killer can as well has survived, and then just the driver with the battered Ork battle wagon. So that's the end of the turn. I think we're going to concede here. So Gutrippa will survive, but it's been a nasty defeat here for the Orks. They've done damage, taking out a number of targets, but again, Dark Eldar, a difficult army to face against, and they've had success here against the Orks. We'll calculate points. 4 points Matt gets for this objective, and 2 points here, that's 6, and 2 points here, that's 8. 3 points there, even if we're within, it's objective secured. That is 11. First Blood is 12. Line Breaker, I see now why he moved up the Venom just here, is 13. And for the Orks, we get 1 point for Line Breaker with Gutrippa inside the battle wagon. So 13 points. Yeah, so 13 points to 1. The Orks have been soundly beaten, but Gutrippa survives. Alright, so talking about the name of the squig here, so why that's so significant end of the game here, but we're going to say it's failed to make an appearance, so is Gutrippa, so we will name the squig in another episode of Challenge the Scorpions. Keep a lookout for that. We'll eventually name it. When it does something significant, it can earn its name. We've got a number of names that has been chosen, and one of them we have selected as the appropriate name, but not yet. It has to earn it. That's the end of the game there. Orks lose quite significantly, to be honest. It was an epic charge. They don't usually fail to disappoint as far as a charge goes. They charged into the arena of death and beyond, but in the end it wasn't enough to stop the Dark Eldar from killing them. Very enjoyable game here. Nice terrain, good backdrop and theme for this one. So much smoke erupting from this table. It's unbelievable, burning wrecks and vehicles. Yeah, Matt saying the Battlemat really helped set the scene as well. So 13-1 the final score. Victory to the Dark Eldar here. It's a well-deserved win. They've beaten the Orks, but Gutrippa survives. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Right, so units to the game here. Dark Artisan formation did really well. Took out the Gorkanaut in the end, wiped out the last of the Mega Knobs, just absorbing the Ork power there, and then recovering most of his wounds in the process as well. So strange, bizarre formation. It's paid off here. So just that unit selection. For the Orks, the Mega Knobs, I reckon, for coming across the table, stretching so far, destroying the target, and then trying to join in and help in the combat. Eventually dying, but it was an epic struggle from them. So that's units of the game for both sides.